What is up, everybody? I'm the Flying Grayson, and welcome to a new series of videos I'm going to be doing called Why I Love. And it's about things I love, straight up. Just wanted to let you guys get to know me a little bit more and know the things that I really enjoy. Maybe you'll enjoy them too, or maybe you'll disagree. I don't know. People are different. But anyways, I wanted to start out the very first video with the very favorite superhero of mine, Nightwing. Now, this isn't going to be like a history lesson of the character so much as just things I like about him, but I will go into some history here and there. Now, let's just say this is the year we are celebrating 75 years of this character, Dick Grayson, as he first appeared in the comics, 1940. He was the very first Robin, which is cool because every kid could run around throwing a cape, a sweater, anything you got tied around and pretend to be Robin, Batman's sidekick. Because Batman, dark and broody, everyone likes to be him too, but Robin was a kid. You're a kid. It makes sense. See, as a kid, I loved comics. I first got into comics maybe 10, 11 years old though. And I started with Spider-Man. And I really love Spider-Man, right? Fun, friendly, shooting around, swinging around. I wanted to do that all the time, swinging around. Then I got into Batman. I'd put on, trash bags for capes. I'd put on cardboard Batman masks. It was weird looking, but I did it and it was fun. And then I found Dick Grayson, and the time I found him was when he was already Nightwing. Because back in, 1984, Dick Grayson went from being Batman's sidekick Robin to being his own hero in Nightwing, which was really cool. And that's where I found him. I found him pretty much when he was wearing this logo on it. He's been through so many different costumes, but this is the costume I know him best because that's when I started reading it. But I just could not get enough of this character. And the reason why is because he was a combination of my two favorite characters at the time, Batman and Spider-Man. Because Dick Grayson has a dark past, just like Batman. His parents died in the circus, he watched it happen. But unlike Batman, he actually took that experience and learned from it, and he kind of moved beyond it. Yes, he still misses his parents, but he's not letting that drive him anymore. What really drives Dick Grayson is his want and ability to help people. He wants to go out there and help save people, not as a way of avenging his parents, but as a way of honoring them. And I thought that was really cool. It was a nice twisted dynamic on what Batman was going for. And then he's like Spider-Man, because he's always quipping, and he's fun, and he's funny, and it doesn't always have to be dark with him. It could be fun adventures, it could be dark adventures as well, but it's still the character at the core. And that's what I liked. And the best part was, Nightwing doesn't have any powers. So if I wanted to run around and be Nightwing, all I gotta do is put on some black clothes, put on a blue V, cardboard mask, and that's it. I could be Nightwing. And it was fun. It's exciting. I mean, like with any character, he's had his ups and downs in the comics. I mean, from when he was Robin in the early years, it's a little campy in like the Batman 70s show or 60s show, but that was a time period for him. And then he grew. We as an audience got to see this character grow from a young boy into a young man, and depending on the continuity, into a more mature man. He has been Robin, he has been Nightwing, he has been in alternate universes Red Robin, he's been Batman in the main continuity. He has so much potential as a character because he's been along for so long, but surprisingly people don't pigeonhole him to one thing. They let him grow. I think as a community, we want to see this character grow and do new things. It's kind of a thing in comics where they don't like change, basically. Some groups of comic book readers just don't like change. It's too much, whether it's a new character under the mantle of your favorite character or something like that, even though it's usually pretty temporary, but it's just a change, it's an attack on their characters. I'm more open to change because it's new, it's exciting. I don't want to read the same thing all the time. I don't want to read Holy Rusted Metal Batman from Dick Grayson all the time. So to see him go into these other personas and other characters but still hold that core, it's really amazing to me, and I love that. Like right now in the comics, he's just Grayson. He's Agent 37. His identity has been exposed to the world, and everyone thinks he's dead except for a handful of people. Like, even his most closest allies and family think he's dead. And that's exciting. That's exciting to know that he's out there still trying to protect them, but they don't know he's there. And you know it's all going to come to a head at some point, and it's drama, and it's exciting, and it's fun, and it's building towards it. It's a great read. If you're not reading Grayson right now, I really recommend to go out and buy it now. I know the first volume is out. I don't know when the second volume comes out, and who knows, you may be watching this in a few years from when I made this and there's 50 volumes out. I don't know. I'm just saying, go out and read it. It is an amazing read. He's had so many different appearances in different books. At one time, I was trying to collect every appearance of Dick Grayson as Nightwing because there was no way I could go back to the 60s and 50s and 40s and get all that stuff. It just wouldn't happen. So I was collecting every appearance of Nightwing from, what was it, Tales of the Teen Titans? Drawing a blank on it, I want to say 44. It's going to kill me that I got that wrong. But it's off the top of my head. I didn't script this, guys. Later on in my other What I Love videos, I'm probably going to script this stuff. But this, I just wanted to come straight from the heart and straight from me. So if I'm rambling, that's because I'm just thinking of all the great things I love about this character. Because what he represents is what I want to represent as a human. He's there for his friends and family. He believes in doing the right thing, and he does it. He doesn't just believe it, but he does it. And yes, he has flaws just like anyone else, so I could really connect with that character. And even though as I'm growing up in age, they're de-aging him in the comics or anything like that, I still connect with that character. And it's something that I can look forward to every month to read about his adventures and see what's going on and just kind of escape for a little bit. And that's what comics are, to escape from the real world for a little bit, have a little bit of fun. You know, it could be dark fun, it could be kiddie fun, it could be, you know, cartoony. That's the thing about comics, is it could be anything. And the great thing about Dick Grayson is he could fall into any one of those categories, and it would be exciting and entertaining. And yes, I know there's been times where Nightwing comics haven't been that great. I've followed all through it. Like I said, he's had his ups and he's had his downs. Yeah, but it's a character that always rebounds and always comes back, and I'm sorry, I just love it. That's why I'm doing a cosplay of Nightwing. I already have a costume of him if you watch my other video of his classic blue. For my friend's son, I have made him every costume Nightwing has been as an action figure, you know? Like, when I first started liking Nightwing, there wasn't much out for him. There was a few action figures of him from the Batman animated series with the mullet. I wasn't too fond of that, so I started making my own. I mean, that's how much I love this character, like, just to see different representations of the character with the disco suit, then his, like, early 90s suit, then this suit, Batman suit, the new 52, there's been a couple of them in the new 52. I mean, it's really amazing to see a character that's been around this long still be fresh, and people are willing to let it happen. He's not, you know, people like struggle with the Batman and the Supermans, you know, oh, they're changing this, oh, Superman's depowered, everyone knows his identity or anything like that, but it's the storytelling, it's the meat of the story that you really dig into. And yeah, it could all change like that, they could reboot, they could do whatever, but it's the stories, you know, that you can connect to, and I love the Nightwing stories. So if you guys have any questions for me about Nightwing, I'll see if I can answer them, because I like getting people more involved with that type of thing. He's my favorite character, so I want other people to like him too. If you don't, hey, that's cool. You might find him boring or overused or whatever, and that's cool too, because we can all have opinions. So guys, let me know who your favorite comic book character is. I don't care if it's Marvel, DC, Image, Dark Horse, whatever. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I don't care about the different, you know, companies. I care about the stories and the characters and what they can teach me. I mean, I use what I read in everyday life to be a good person. At least I hope I do. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I do want to shout out to anyone who subscribed recently. I really appreciate that. It really helps to know that people enjoy my type of videos, that you want to come back and see more, and I want to interact with you guys, so leave me comments down below. Who's your favorite superhero? Or who's your favorite fictional character at all? Hannibal Lecter, Sherlock Holmes, you know, Captain Kirk, anything. Share it with me, guys. Let's continue this community. So, as always, guys, I've been the Flying Grayson. Thank you so much for listening to me ramble about my favorite character, and I will see you next time. Have a great one.